I drift off. And there was a loud bang. Bam! And so I open my eyes and I'm like, what the fuck? And there's like debris. And like I open my eyes and look down and there's like debris and shit like flying all up. And this wasn't no ordinary bang. I mean, I really can't even explain it, man. I can't even explain it. But it was just a fucking loud ass crash. Just boom. And when I opened my eyes, everything was blurry. And when I looked down, it was just like fucking dust and, cause like, you know what I'm saying, we're in the desert, so it's sand and shit all in the vehicle, and you know, you're around sand and it's windy and all kind of shit. So there was just a loud bang, boom. And I looked down and fucking there's like debris and shit. I don't know if it's dirt or whatever, and my vision's blurry. Well, when I look out, no. Yeah. So it was bang, and so the explosion. I opened my eyes and it's debris and shit. I fucking looked down and the driver's fucking like swerving the wheel, and like I don't know if it was my adrenaline. Well, I'm pretty sure it was my adrenaline, dude. But I could feel. It was like I could feel my heartbeat going. It was like boom, 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 and like every time my heart would beat, like my vision would go in. It'd be like it'd go in, boom, boom, then it would go out. And then so every time it beat, it was like I could feel it in my chest. Every time it beat, I looked down and the driver, he'd be correcting the wheel one way, and then my heart would like beat again. Man, it was like some fucking Max Payne Matrix bullet time shit. Like I swear to God, I shit you not. Excuse me, Laura. I'm sorry. But I gotta get this out, man. I gotta get this out. It's exciting, but it's sad, and it's all this shit at the same time. Yeah, you probably ain't gonna believe me, but I don't really give a shit. You think I'm exaggerating on some details, and I'm not. And it's just crazy. But anyways, so boom, crash, debris, heart beating in my chest. And it's like everything slowed down, like Max Payne bullet time. And so every time my heart would beat, boom, boom, my vision would go in, and then my vision would go out and it'd be blurry. And so the driver would be driving or turning the wheel one way, then my heart would be boom, boom, and then my vision would come back and the driver would be correcting the other way to the left. Then my vision would go out, or my heart would be boom, boom, then my vision would go out. Well, when my vision came back that last time, the fucking cab of the vehicle, and you gotta remember, we're on an interstate overpass, so that's like 50-60 feet up. So the next time my heart beats and my vision comes back, the cab of the vehicle is pointed over the bridge, like my 50 cal is facing the ground. And so yeah, the cab, so we're going over the damn bridge. And so, like I said, the cab is already over the bridge, facing down. My gun is facing down. I'm looking at the dirt. And so I'm in a sling, like I'm in a swing, like I'm in a swing type thing with half of my body, you know, outside the turret, you know, looking down. So my natural instinct was to, you know, push my body, try to push my whole entire body, you know, into the cab of the vehicle, because I don't want to hit the ground with the 50 cal or even the roof of the vehicle right there, because number one, the back of the 50 cal would fucking impale my chest, and then I'll probably get cut in half by getting folded on the roof. So my natural, and I'm not saying like I'm just like I knew I was gonna do all this or nothing like that. It's nothing like that. So my natural instinct was to push myself into the vehicle. Well, I pushed myself in the vehicle and I just I just curled, man, listen, I just curled my body up just like this. And I could see the ground. Man, y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Y'all gonna think I'm lying, bro. I promise y'all gonna think I'm lying. Y'all gonna think I'm lying, man. Damn. I could see the ground coming up. Like coming up to my face. And so boom, I go over the bridge and I push myself in, I cover up just like this here. And boom, the ground's coming. I just closed my eyes. And went limp and hit the ground. Bam! Truck hit the ground, boom, fell over, bam. So as soon as the truck hit the ground, like I just pop up, start like, it's kind of like I lost consciousness as soon as we impacted and as soon as we stopped moving. It's like unconscious and then conscious, and I just started trying to swim out of the top of the turret, but which was on its side, so it's kind of facing out. So I climb out that motherfucker, and I get out, and I fucking take a big ass sigh of relief. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I ripped my fucking ACH open and took it off. And I fucking turn around. And fucking, so the 5-ton on its side, but half of the side of the bed of the truck is folded in on the other side. And it was 18 of our guys in there and like 3 or 4 fucking detainees. So there's like 21 dudes back there. And there's fucking weapons, ammo cans, fucking spine boards, fucking all kind of shit in the back. So, you know what I mean? Ain't no telling what kind of carnage took place. Well, actually, I'm about to get into some of that. Real carnage took place, like in that incident, in the fold of that truck. And so I turn around, and I look at that shit, and I hear people moaning in the back of the truck. So I go to the back of the truck, and I pull one guy out. And the driver's like, I turn around, I'm looking for the driver, and see if the driver of the TC had made it, and the driver's by a tree, just sitting there crying and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you ain't got time to cry. These motherfuckers getting crushed by 2 tons of fucking steel and sniper glass and shit like that there, and you know what I'm talking about? Like real life shit. Like, and so I go to try to pull another dude, but he was kind of like a medic, so I guess he had a like a foldable spine board backpack type thing on, and so he kept getting caught. He kept getting caught on the side, and he kept getting caught on the side, and I guess something happened to his leg because he kept saying his leg was hurting. But anyways, so all this shit was happening, and man, all the guys that were on the bridge, they all pulled over. They were throwing their spine boards and everything over the bridge for me to try to help render aid. But at that time, like, I'm like, there's so much shit going on. Like, half of them are throwing shit from over the bridge, and the other half are driving down the bridge around the trash road, calling for Medivac and shit like that, like Black Hawk Down type shit. Like, man, motherfucking. So by the time the like Medivac and shit gets there, and all the Humvees get there, their first sergeant comes up to me and is like, you don't have to do anything, you've done enough, come get in my Humvee type shit. And so, like, man, actually before that, while they were throwing it, man, it was just so many, man, it was just so many bodies. It was so much, I ain't gonna say bodies, it was so much blood everywhere. Man, it was helmets filled with blood all over weapons. Man, there was a Iraqi detainee with like half his face, like he was laying on the ground. Dude, he was, listen, I promise you, I swear on my life, that I'm not exaggerating about none of this. Not one, not nothing. Please understand it, not nothing. I'm not exaggerating about anything. Man, half his, he was laying on the ground, boom. Half his face on the ground, boom. Right? But the half that was supposed to be like contacting the ground, it was filleted out. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, his face was on the ground like that. So it was like his skull, man, listen. And he wasn't even dead. He was sitting there moaning. He was going, bro, like, it's just, so by that time, you know what I'm saying, I'm walking around looking at all this carnage. The helos, the helicopters are there picking people up, the Humvees are there, higher ups are there. First sergeant comes to me and it's like, son, come go get in my Humvee, you done enough. I'm like, Roger, first sergeant, you know, and I go get in the Humvee and I sit my left arm on this little box that separates the two seats, and it starts throbbing. I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, my adrenaline's not popping off no more, so shit, that bitch is throbbing. We're driving. Man, we're just driving. I'm just glad. I'm really glad. I'm kind of like, it's kind of like I have like a bittersweet feeling. Like it felt cool to be in action, but I didn't know the extent of the carnage, like, type thing. You know what I mean? It was like a sigh of relief. Like, you know, like this is what I signed up for, type deal. But you know, this, I didn't like want to feel like that. Like that was crazy. Like. And so we get back to our camp or whatever, and go to the doctor or whatever. My nose, the bridge of my nose busted up, my lips busted up, and my arms in a sling and shit. I had all these pictures on Facebook, but I deleted it about 6 to 8 months ago, which is the dumbest fucking thing ever. It was dumb. It was so dumb. Like, really dumb. But anyways, and so the course of time, they were having like an investigation type thing that same day, and they're asking me what happened. And so, and I was like, well, we were driving, you know, I was just telling them the normal stuff that had happened. And I was like, when we were coming back, we got hit by an IED. And that's what I thought happened. And they kind of looked at me like, IED? And I was like, yeah, we got hit by an IED, and the vehicle swerved, and we went over the edge, blah, 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 blah. And then some of my fellow soldiers were like, dude, you didn't get hit by an IED. They were like, well, what? I was like, well, what happened? Like, I forgot his name. I forgot his fucking name. Sergeant so-and-so he hit a Jersey barrier. And so a Jersey barrier is basically, it's a concrete barrier. You see them on the interstate all the time. They're about waist high and about 6 feet long. So what everyone guessing happened is, and so these Jersey barriers, they would be staggered on the interstate to slow down traffic. You get what I'm saying? Because like these people are sleeping shit by 6 o'clock. They got curfew and all that shit. And so, you know, this place was a red zone, so there shouldn't be nobody out at any time anyway. So there's these Jersey barriers that are staggered on the interstate, so you have to weave in and out of them, you know, to slow traffic down, yada, yada, yada. And so what they're saying happened, what happened was, on the way back, our driver fell asleep. And he hit when we came to the point where we were supposed to weave in and out of the Jersey barriers, he fucking ran smack into the fucking Jersey barrier. And when he woke up, he just started overcorrecting and he fell over the fucking bridge. Well, that fucking, because we went straight to like the internal affairs place. As soon as as soon as I was able to get in the sling and shit, and they were able to, you know, tell that I didn't have a concussion and shit, like they already had me in an investigation room and shit, like trying to get the story straight.